my video blog. I hope that you're all well, that you've had a great weekend. I've had a really crazily mental weekend. I haven't even had a chance to write my blog or anything, but I've got some time now, which is why I'm doing my video. I am really, really tired though, so if you see me yawning a couple of times, it's nothing personal. I'm just really tired. It's been quite manic, but I thought I'd talk you through my training on Saturday and just how I'm finding the dieting and stuff generally, because it's been 5 weeks now and I'm really, really pleased with how it's all going and everything. My body is really tightening up. I have lost more weight, and I'm going to be seeing Louise this week. I'm seeing her on Thursday. She's coming into London, so I'm going to get to meet her. I'm going to get to see her, which is really, really cool. I'm really looking forward to that. And she said she's going to crank up the intensity of my training and the dieting as well. So that's great. It's all been fine, actually. I think I'm so used to doing everything now, just having everything prepared. I know what times I've got to eat. I know what I have to eat and when, and I just do it, and it's just working like clockwork. I have done 3 steady state cardios. This week I did do 3 steady state cardios, which I must confess I have found really tough. It's just tiring. That with the dieting and plus with the intensity of my work as well, what I'm doing during the day, just mentally I find I'm so exhausted. Getting up at 5 to go and do my steady state, it is knackering. It's especially by the time I hit the evening, I do feel really, really tired. But I do manage to pull through as well, and I've been really upping the intensity of the hill sprints as well, so I've been kind of like doing all of that. But what I have found is by the time I hit Friday, I don't know what the hell happens to me. It's like the fact that I've been on a diet for so long and everything, I'm just so tired. I'm so tired. And then I find Saturdays really tough, really, really tough. Because on Friday I got back and I struggled with the hill sprints. I did them, but I really struggled with them. I found them really hard. And then when I got home, I was just so exhausted. I just said to Steve, I'm just really, really tired. And when I get really tired, this is what I'm like. When I get really, really tired, I become really moany and really cranky and moany. And it's horrible for anybody who's around me because I just whinge and whine about everything. Like, everything is just escalated to be a million times worse than what it actually is. It's just how I am. It's what I'm like. When I get tired, I do get like that. And I was completely like that. Steve was like joking around. I just didn't find anything funny. I was just getting really quite moaning, very, very snappy. And I said to him, you've got more of this to come yet. I said, this is just the start. I've only just started. You know, my moods are going to be like this all the time. By the time I get up on stage, my moods are going to be frazzled. So it's quite, I do feel sorry for him. But, it's just a part of it, of what I want to do and everything. But, I got to the gym on Saturday morning. And my DOMs have been so horrific. Oh my God. From Thursday, I trained hamstrings and glutes on Thursday. My legs were killing me on Saturday. So bad, the pain. I was like, oh my God. And in the morning, I had to go and have my flu jab done as well, because earlier this year, I was so ill. I had about a month in bed in February. I was so bloody ill. Right, with swine flu. I got really sick that I said to myself, never again. I can't afford to have a month off next year. I've got too much going on. I cannot have a month off being ill next year. So we found out that you could get them done privately, the flu jab. And Steve and I, we both got them done. But my arm has really stiffened up. My arm, they did say it's really sore even now. Where they put the injection in, it's really stiffened up and it was hurting. But I just kind of pushed through and I was like, it doesn't matter. I don't care if I get flu symptoms. I have to go and train. I have to go and work out. So straight from having the jab done, I went down to the gym, and it was surprisingly not too busy, but I saw Neil there as well, and he's all covered up now because his competition is so close, and when these guys and girls get closer and closer to their competition, they cover their bodies up, and he didn't want to talk to anybody, and he was doing his steady state. But he sees me there every day now. He sees me there every day, and he sees me busting my guts, and he can see that I am training really, really hard because for what I want to achieve. So it's kind of, for me, it's really cool to have a Mr. Universe kind of training right next to me pretty much. So, for motivation, you can't get any more motivational than that. Gym owner to be there training just to, putting the hours in, doing everything really. He's depleting down completely. He looked exhausted, which is very normal. But my legs were hurting so much, and Steve actually said to me, "Why don't you take some painkillers?" And I said, "No." I said, "You know what? I can't start relying on painkillers. If my body's hurting, you have to just ride it out, and you have to push through. You have to push through the pain." And my hamstrings were so sore. Just my entire body was really, really sore, and which did make the leg extension particularly painful. I'm not gonna lie. I hate that machine anyway. I'll talk about how much I hate that machine, but it was really hard, the leg extension in particular, and I didn't even have much weight on it, but it was really quite tough. And even the calf raises were really, and I had hardly no weight on that either. But it was just, I just felt like my legs were just really tightening up. And then it came to doing hill sprints, and all the treadmills were being used, and I couldn't hang around waiting for people to stop using them. So I went on the step machine instead, which was bloody difficult. You know, after legs, I think either hill sprints or stepper, either of those options are really hard, really, really difficult after really hard leg training. So, but I hammered it anyway, and it was fine. But I was so relieved. I cannot explain the euphoria I felt when I actually got off that machine. I was just like, thank God, I got a whole week's training, and dieting is done now. I was quite relieved about that. That was really, really relieved. You know, that it was just done, and the dieting, I stuck with it. Then I had some friends come over yesterday evening as well. Now this shows my level of dedication and self-control, right? I cooked all this Indian food. These samosas, different types of kebabs, this and this, you know, for my friends. And, you know, and we had like this vast array of cakes and everything. And I was serving food. It's a very Asian thing, right? You know, I was serving all the food to everybody. I didn't touch any of it. I didn't have even a mouthful. And trust me, these samosas were so bloody good. And I didn't even have one, because I knew that today was going to be my cheat meal. And I knew I would have whatever I wanted today. And I didn't eat. And I was really shocked at my level of, you know, self-control, willpower. And even Steve was like, my God, he goes, you didn't touch any of it. You had whatever you were meant to have, you ate that, and that was it. So I was really proud of myself. But today's been quite a mad day, because I've had cousins over from Canada. They're going on to Paris, but they stopped over here, and basically I had to, cut a long story short, I had to cook for 15 people, which is pretty stressful in itself. But I'm Asian, you know, we're raised in this culture where you're kind of told that, you know, from birth that, you know, you have to cook for your family and you have to do this, and I don't mind it at all, because it is a part of who I am anyway. You know, I love cooking for my family and friends. It's just something I love to do. So it's no hardship for me. It's just that it's quite hard. It's just tiring standing there making so many different dishes and stuff. But it's so lovely that everybody appreciates it too. My cousins were so chuffed. They couldn't believe that I made so much food. And my mum was really proud of me too, which is a very hard thing for her to say. But she said, you know, I'm really proud of you that you can now do, you know, you can entertain for like 15, 20 people, no problem. You know, it's just a breeze for you now. You can do it. So it's always nice to sort of know that. But I did have a fantastic cheat meal today, just all this Indian food that I'd cooked. It's like all these samosas and everything. It was really, really nice. So I feel like I've kind of done I've had a refeed. My body's had a refeed, and I'm ready to hammer it again. And I'm going to be up early tomorrow, 5 a.m. I'm going to be up tomorrow doing my steady state. I'll be back in the gym. So, you know, it's been a really good week, and I'm really glad I'm getting to see Louise as well. Because I want her to see the difference, because she was so happy with my photo. She said she could not believe how much my body has changed from when she last saw me in May. She said she could not believe it. So that's really, for me to hear that from her means everything. Because, you know, I have been working really hard. I've been putting the graft in on everything, the dieting, the training, and it is working. The Arnold Classics have been on. I haven't followed it at all. The Arnold Classics have been going on. I've had such a mental weekend, I haven't had time to follow any of it. I'll check it out tomorrow and see what's going on. I thought I'd finish off about Jodie Marsh. It's actually quite funny. So many guys have been coming up to me in the gym and sort of asking me about my competition and what are you going to be doing, blah, blah, blah. And I've sort of said that, you know, I think, you know, for the effort that she put in to look like that, you know, kudos to her, man. She worked really, really hard. Do I want to look like that? No, that is not. I want to go for a much softer look, like figure. You know, you all know I want to do figure anyway. Figure women don't look like that. That is a physique look. So please be rest assured, crew, that is not the look I'm going to be going for. Okay, so if some of you are thinking, oh, she's going to look like a bloke, she's going to look like Jodie Marsh, she's going to look like a man. No, not going to happen. Okay, but I'm going to be writing my blog this week. Okay, and I hope you guys are all well. Keep training hard. Love you all. Bye.